dotNetDave headed to the Desert Coat Camp, going through my least favorite part of the trip, which is Gila Bend. It's the only spot in the whole trip from San Diego where I have to slow down to like 35 miles an hour to go through this stupid town. I tried to leave early this time so I could bypass evening traffic.
To me, all do things, bad things with it. Well, you want to do things, good things with that. Talking about cash, money, yeah. Talking about dollar bills, y'all, come on down.
David McCarter. I'm from San Diego. I drove all the way out here to attend Code Camp. I really like the Phoenix Code Camp. It's it's different, a little bit different than the ones we have in Southern California. First one I just got done is called Geeks Anonymous. As I usually tell people, it's my AA for geeks, where it's purely just a discussion where we talk about what geeks like.
Hi, I'm Russ, and I'm a geek.
What we like, what we don't like, and how can we make things better.
I think just keeping up with technology is a big challenge itself.
It is, and that's one thing I said today. I had a professor once call it techno stress, and I always remember that because I definitely have a 110% case of that. Because every time, especially when a new version of .NET comes out, I get very stressed and going, oh my gosh, so now I have to learn the Windows RT, And but that's what makes programming interesting.
Yeah.
Is you can never learn everything.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
You're right.
Every day is a learning experience, and that's why one of the reasons I love being a software engineer.
People will steal from their mother. People will rob their own brother. People can't even walk the streets because they'll never know who they're gonna meet. Mean, green, almighty dollar. Yeah. People will lie, rob, they will cheat. People don't care who they hurt or beat. A woman will sell her precious body for a small piece of paper. It carries a lot of weight. That mean, green, almighty dollar. Yeah.
So the next one is my How to Survive the Technical Interview. Outside of a Microsoft conference, this is the biggest audience-attended talk I've ever done.
Huh.
Up in Silicon Valley, I get 300 plus people.
Amazing.
The first time I did it in Silicon Valley, it was literally people were packed in the hallways and sitting on the floor to see it. It helps, especially the engineers who don't interview all the time, which hopefully you're not, brush up on what they need to do to interview. It's kind of a science. You just can't go in there not prepared, and that's what I really focus on in the talk is being prepared for the interview.
That's it.
Recently, in the last couple of weeks, I had a coworker tell me, an ex-coworker, tell me that he went for a technical interview and he totally blew it. And I emailed him back and I said, well, did you watch my video on YouTube? And he goes, no. And I go, well, do that.
Step one.
And a week later, I got an email from him saying, Dave, I did what you say in your talk, and I totally aced it. He's getting a offer just because he did the steps in my talk. The last talk I'm going to be doing is the talk I've been doing every code camp for 7 years, and that's my .NET coding standards talk, which is based off my latest book called Dave McCarter's .NET Coding Standards. One of the first questions I ask when I do the talk is how many people here practice coding standards? And every talk I go to, there's only 2 or 3 people that raise their hand.
Isn't that something?
And,
wow.
And then after that, this year I've said, can you guys please start doing coding standards so I don't have to do this talk anymore? I'm very passionate about coding standards, just not only from a maintainability, but
pays off.
It pays off in the end,
yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
And believe me, if you ever, one of the questions I always ask is how many people have taken over somebody's code?
Yeah.
Almost everybody raises their hand.
Yeah.
And then I ask how many people enjoyed that experience.
Right.
Nobody raises their hand.
Yeah.
And that's why you need coding standards.
It's no good. Don't sell your soul for the Monday. No. Lay down, a woman will.
It's dotNetDave. I just passed Dateland. If you're not from Arizona, Dateland is a gas station and a gift shop in the middle of freaking nowhere. Next city I'm going past is Yuma. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody who came to my talks Saturday. They all went great. Had a lot of great response from people. A lot of great feedback. Talked to a lot of people this year. And it's pretty impressive. Every year the Desert Code Camp keeps getting bigger and bigger. So this year they had about 700 people there. So that's great. I think the first time I went there was only maybe 200. So that's great that more and more programmers are not only getting into .NET and Java and other languages at the Desert Code Camp, but they want to take some of their own time and learn, which is a really important part of being a better, great programmer. So thanks again. Check out my site. All the slides and everything are up there. Check out my the store tab on my page on my site to purchase any of the DVDs or my book that you might have not gotten while you were there.